Fear of Allah is one of the greatest acts. Fear of Allah is one of the greatest worship acts of the heart. And it is an obligation upon everyone. It is the greatest pillar of worship, and the sincerity of religion to Allah cannot be achieved except through it. I don't know what's like more embarrassing, the translation or me like straight up eating words. Fear is the pain of the heart and its movement due to expecting harm in the future. The praiseworthy fear is what prevents you from the prohibitions of Allah. There is a difference between it and awe, reverence, and apprehension. Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, awe, fear, reverence, and apprehension are similar words but not synonymous, meaning their meanings are different. The difference between fear and awe: fear is the pain of the heart over something feared in the future. Likewise, a man fearing hunger expecting to befall him after a month. I'm not even gonna try to correct the grammar anymore. As for awe, it is the trembling of the heart and its movement over something frightening happening to him now. Likewise, a man seeing a lion and his heart trembles from seeing it. So the trembling of the heart at the sight is called awe. The pain of the heart over a feared matter expected in the future is called fear, and its pain over a matter happening to him now is called awe. Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy upon him or on him, said, as for awe, it is the trembling of the heart and its submission to the remembrance of the one who he fears his authority and punishment, or upon seeing him. And the evidence of fear that it is a worship among the acts of worship that is not directed except to Allah. He's saying the Most High, so do not fear them, meaning the polytheists, as they control their forelocks. But fear me, for I am your Lord who supports his allies who fear him, if you are true believers in me. Fear of him, what perfect in every way is he, is one of the causes of the righteousness of the heart. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, there is nothing that safeguards the rulings. Is that a word? Rulings. No, it's just a misspelling of rulings, okay. There is nothing that safeguards the rulings of Allah, his prohibitions, and maintains connections with him, like the fear, hope, and love for him. That when the heart is devoid of these three, its corruption is such that what is up with me today? Its corruption is such that its rectification is never hoped for, and whenever there is a deficiency in any of these, his faith diminishes accordingly. The prophets were the most fearful of Allah's creation. Nuh, peace be upon him, said to his people, indeed I fear for you the punishment of a tremendous day. And Shu'aib, peace be upon him, said to his people, and indeed I fear for you the punishment of an encompassing day. And Allah said to our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, say, indeed I fear if I disobey my Lord the punishment of a tremendous day. And indeed the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, used to pray while his chest would make sounds like the sounds of a boiling pot from weeping. It was narrated by Ahmad, the more knowledgeable a worshipper is of Allah, the more fearful he is of him, and the decrease in the fear of Allah is only due to the decrease in the worshipper's knowledge of his Lord. The most knowledgeable of people are the most fearful of Allah, and whoever knows Allah intensifies his shyness, fear, and love for him, and the more one's knowledge increases, the more his shyness, fear, and love increase. Fear and reverence are according to one's knowledge and awareness. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, I am the most knowledgeable of them about Allah, and the most fearful of them of him, agreed upon. And he also said, if you knew what I know, you would laugh little and weep much, and you would not enjoy women in bed, and you would go out to the hills supplicating fervently to Allah. Narrated by Ahmad. Fear of Allah, the most exalted and majestic, is the path to his obedience. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, fear of Allah necessitates knowledge of him, and knowledge of him necessitates awe of him, and awe of him necessitates obedience to him. There is no rectitude for the heart except through fear of Allah. Abu Sulaiman ad-Darani, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, fear never departs from a heart except that it becomes desolate. It is what prevents following desires. Ibrāhīm ibn Sufyan, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, when fear settles in the hearts, it burns away the places of desires within them, and drives loving the world away from them. And when fear departs from the heart, it deviates from uprightness. Dhunnun, Yunus, may Allah have mercy upon him, alayhi salam, said, people remain on the path as long as fear has not left them. When fear leaves them, they deviate from the path. And the one who fears his Lord, he will grant him insight into his signs and warnings. Verily, in that is a sign for whoever fears the punishment of the hereafter. In the hereafter, the gardens will be opened for him. Something's missing here. I think it's something is missing here. Like it should say like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, right? I don't know, man. I don't have the original matan. In the hereafter, the gardens will be opened for him. And glorified be he said, for those who fear of standing before their Lord will be two gardens. Another ayah. But as for him who feared the position of his Lord and prevented the soul from unlawful inclination, then indeed paradise will be his refuge. And whoever magnifies the sanctity of Allah in his heart, Allah magnifies his sanctity in the hearts of people, preventing them from humiliating him.